At the end of my podcast, I like to bring you a little bit of something different. Last week, I gave a little bit of a tarot reading. Today, we're going to have an astrology reading. I know not all of you are into astrology, but hear me out on the nodes of destiny. The nodes of destiny recently shifted on January 11, 2025. They had been in the same position for roughly 18 months from the summer of 2023 until January 11. And that position for the nodes of destiny was that the North Node, which is also called the head of the dragon, the North Node was in Aries, and the South Node, the tail of the dragon, was in Libra. And so what does that mean? The North Node, the head of the dragon, is the energy you're supposed to take in. And so in the last 18 months, it was the energy of Aries. Aries is the baby of the zodiac. It's the first sign. It's about me. It's about what I want, and the heck with the rest of you. I am going to charge ahead into the future. I am going to be triumphant. The tail of the dragon was in Libra, and Libra is the sign of the scales. It's the sign of justice. It's the sign of doing things that are good for the community and weighing the options. Aries is the sign of me, and you saw that in the election with the rise of the young men who were following podcasters and voted for Trump, in that they were talking about the Democrats don't speak to me. Trump speaks to me. I'm a man. I'm going to be victorious. I'm going to tell the women what to do. I'm going to do as I wish. Nick Fuentes, for example, saying, "Your body, my choice." That's the Aries. That's the me, me, me. Donald Trump also, he was doing me, me, me. I'm the wounded warrior. I'm the one who was wronged by the judicial system. I'm the one who's going to have retribution in the future. And what was thrown out the end? The community. There was no sort of balance in individual liberty and social responsibility. Kamala Harris was talking about social responsibility, but she didn't win. What won was the me, 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 the bro energy. The patriarchy won, basically. And so now the nodes of destiny as of January 11 are going to Pisces and Virgo. So Pisces is the head of the dragon. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It is the sign of the underworld. It's the sign of the two fishes swimming in the darkness, swimming down in the deep sea, not necessarily seeing where they can go. It's the sign of dreams and illusion and disinformation. And so that's the energy that's going to come into us over the next 18 months or so, is this underworld, dreamlike world where we don't necessarily know who we can trust and who we can't trust, or what's true even. And we obviously see that happening with the rise of AI, which is not necessarily intelligent or accurate, and the rise of disinformation on social media. And so what's going out, the tail of the dragon, is Virgo. Virgo is the sign of the virgin, the orderly homemaker, the rules, the bureaucracy, a place for everything and everything in its place. That's the sign of Virgo. It's the tidy home. What we're seeing is disinformation in the head of the dragon, and illusion, and not being able to trust what's going on. And what's going out the tail of the dragon is the rules, the bureaucracy, the deep state, our government. And so you can see this is a really, really scary time in many ways, because we don't know who to trust when social media is flooded with lies, like, for example, that the fires in Los Angeles were caused by diversity, equity, and inclusion laws, and that the recent tragic plane crash in Washington, D.C. was somehow blamed on also the same thing, DEI, and Donald Trump was asked, how do you know? And he goes, oh, it's just common sense. Well, there's absolutely no proof of these things, and it's kind of absurd. And so again, we have lies being spouted by the president and by his, first buddy, Elon Musk, on Twitter and Truth Social. And we're going to be awash with this. So we really have to watch out during this time period of illusion and disinformation and not being able to trust what's going on and cling to whatever order we can bring to our lives. I mean, we're still allowed to do what we want in our own homes for the time being anyway. And so, keep a tidy house, control what you can control and don't get too upset and frustrated about what you can't control, and be careful about deciphering what's truth and what's illusion. Trust your friends, trust your family members, keep them close. So it's going to be a rough time, and we need to work together on this. So stay vigilant, be careful. See you next time. Thanks so much for tuning in to A View from the Left Side today. If you enjoyed the show, please consider liking this podcast on social media and becoming a subscriber. Until next time, please take care of yourself, stay healthy, and stay vigilant.